Hi, in today's quick riff lesson I'm having a look at Let Me Roll It by Wings, written by Paul McCartney. It's probably Paul McCartney playing guitar on this. I think it sounds double tracked, it sounds like there's two guitars playing at once on the original recording. I'm not sure if there is, it might just be an effect. But it's probably Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's a good guitarist. People think of him as just a bass player often, but he's a good guitarist. So yeah, really cool riff. Not too hard to play. It's a little bit fast, that's the only slightly tricky bit. But I'll just sort of go through it gradually. It's not much to it really. It's kind of an E blues scale stroke E Dorian kind of riff. So we've got to start off with the first two strings, first and second strings, second fret, first finger covering both, and you play those two together like this. As soon as you've played it, you've got to hammer on with your second finger to both strings, so it's a bit tricky, and pull off back to there, so you hear 2, 3, 2 on both strings. You hear this and this at the same time. So play them together. Now this is one of those riffs where when you break it down like this and you try to play that part, for example, slowly, it's actually harder than it is when you try and play it fast, I think. So don't be put off if that seems difficult. Once you speed it up, it becomes a bit easier. So after you've played that, hammer on, pull off, you've got to then pull off again to the open strings. So you pull this finger away. So all of that is... And then you put your finger back on to the twos, pick that again, so play the two strings again, and then take your finger away, play the open again. So if I play all of that, it's... really slowly. And then you move your first finger across to the next two strings to the second and third string instead of first and second. So now we're picking the third and second strings and we just play those two, and it's a very, very slight bend, not much. When you see him do it live he bends a bit more, but on the original there's barely any bend. You just pull downwards slightly like this. That's about the most it wants to be, what I just did then. And then play the same two strings, second and third, open. And that's it, that's the riff. I'll just put all of that together slowly. And it just stops. And literally put your hand on the strings to stop it ringing. And then there's a chord and like bass note in the background. I think it's probably an F sharp minor. And then it repeats and the chord and the bass note changes to an E. So I tried in the demo at the beginning, I tried to kind of hint at the chords a little bit in the gap, but the actual lead guitar part doesn't play the chords, I don't think. So I'll just put that whole riff together up to speed. And again. And slowly once more. And you'll notice it doesn't sound right slow, but as soon as you speed it up, then it will work. So that's it, that's the whole riff, really good one. It's from the Band on the Run album, 1973 I think that was. So yes, it's a few years old now, but great little riff. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. If you like this lesson, please click like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Okay, thanks.